How dangerous is that when we start messing with God's creation?
Well, so let me read just a little definition of transhumanism. Transhumanism is a cultural and intellectual movement that believes that we can and should improve the human condition through the use of advanced technologies. One of the core concepts in transhumanist thinking is life extension. Through genetic engineering, nanotech, cloning, and other emerging technologies, eternal life may soon be possible. And so this is what they're after. They're after life extension. Now, also enhancing taller, bigger, stronger. See, the sin of the Watchers, the sin when the 200 fallen angels, the Watchers, came down and made the pact to have sex with women and start this new race, is to improve on what God had done. So, because remember, the giants were 9 to 12 feet tall. And so basically what Satan was saying is, okay, you make them 6 feet tall. I'm going to double that. I'm better than you. And so now what we're doing, how can you improve on what God did?
So they're trying to get back in God's face.
That's right. And they're basically, it's like building the Tower of Babel. And they're saying, we can get to heaven without God. And see, that was the sin. They came together and they were basically trying to become their own gods. So now what we're doing is, and cloning is a part of this too, is now the problem is, we're saying, I can live eternally, but I don't need God. I can have everything I need. See, part of the problem with this is you erase all your diseases. They want to interface us with computers. Elon Musk is already trying this. And so no longer do you have a computer, your brain is interfaced in the cloud and all that stuff. It's the most dangerous thing in the world.
But the long-term effect from all of that, we know, would be total destruction, even though that, like, it's an answer.
And what you're saying and what Pastor Evans was just saying is really the crux of all of this. It has to do with redemption. The Watchers came down, they believed in the proto-evangelium, that the seed of the woman will crush the head of the serpent. That was a prophetic pre-preaching of the coming of Jesus Christ, who was going to redeem mankind from this curse. So what do? They come down, they begin through intermarriage, through, I think also even high sciences, genetic manipulation. The ancient book of Jasher says that they brought about the wrath of God because they began blending one species with another species, therewith to provoke the Lord. But in any case, it led to what the book of Genesis chapter 6, all flesh had become corrupt. Only Noah, and therefore by extension his children were perfect. The Hebrew word is tenyim. It's the same word they use to talk about a perfect sacrificial lamb. So it's talking about genetics, right? Why would they have been doing that? To cut off the birth line of the Messiah, to keep mankind from ever being able to be redeemed through the person of Jesus Christ. What is happening with what you were talking about just a moment ago, through doing this once again to permanently use this kind of technology through what is called gene drive, which will allow you to put out of existence any species and replace it with a new species that has been genetically created by you. They've already proved this in the laboratory, that it can be done. The University of California, in a test study, you know that all fruit flies are born either very dark brown or black, right? So what did they do? Using CRISPR and gene drive technology, they genetically engineered bright blue fruit flies. Then they put them into a containment, right? In one generation, every fruit fly that was born was bright blue, and the other original species of fruit fly had been driven out of existence. That is exactly what the Watchers were dedicated to doing, to driving out of existence those who had been made in God's image, right? And that's the reason why then it would have cut off redemption. What we're doing right now has the potential to do exactly the same thing again, to create a proto-human that is irredeemable, the armies of Antichrist.
But Jesus is coming.
Yes.
And we know
that is our hope.
Yes.